Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Savannah Chrisley shaken as Todd's prison future uncertain. Chrisley knows best alum. Savannah Chrisley is shaken up as her father. Todd Chrisley's prison future is up in the air. She has discussed how she wants to find a way to free both of her parents after being incarcerated for 2 years. Yet things are going a different way for Todd, and now she has no idea what is next. Keep reading for more details. Savannah Chrisley shaken as Todd's future uncertain. Since Todd and Julie Chrisley were handed their sentences, their daughter, Savannah Chrisley, went on a mission. She was determined to free them at any cost and has made it very clear from the get-go. Todd is currently in Pensacola serving 12 years, while Julie is in Kentucky serving 7 years. She had a resentencing which did not go the way that she had hoped. The judge extended her probation by 2 years, which shocked Savannah to her core. Fans have asked if she will take their cases to the current president, and she already has a plan in place. That being said, things have changed regarding her father, Todd. Savannah opened up about this alteration on her podcast, Unlocked. There she shares every detail about prison, her parents, her struggles, and more. According to the Daily Mail, Todd is going to be moved from Pensacola to an alternate prison. That is because it is shutting down, which Savannah has mixed emotions about. Previously, she has discussed how atrocious Pensacola was and how her father was treated like dirt while serving his 12-year sentence. So in that sense, this is a good thing. However, Savannah is struggling with the unknown of where Todd will land. There has been talk that he may end up in New York, which would be a disaster given Savannah Chrisley and her family are based in Nashville. Why so far? Allegedly, Todd Chrisley would go to New York out of retaliation, per Savannah Chrisley. She explained that a woman who works at Pensacola dislikes her dad so much, she has threatened to send him to New York. This way, it will be extremely difficult for his family to see him. Of course, Savannah is keeping the faith that does not happen. She also noted that there is a policy in place that says inmates are required to be within 500 miles of your home. After seeing this news, what did fans and followers have to say about the situation? Were they hopeful for Todd, or had they had enough of it all? Others noted that Savannah was mistaken with the 500-mile rule. Hopefully, he gets moved somewhere safe, because that is of the utmost importance and Savannah can see him when she would like. The Tennessee sun filtered through Savannah Chrisley's blinds, casting long shadows on the walls of her quiet Nashville home. But peace was the furthest thing from her mind. She stared down at her phone, trembling hands barely able to keep hold of the device, as she reread the email that had shattered her morning, and possibly her father's future. For months, Savannah had stood tall as the face of her family's resilience. With her parents Todd and Julie Chrisley both behind bars, she had become the guardian of her younger siblings, the spokesperson for their innocence, and the symbol of their strength. But this latest development threatened to unravel it all. A new legal brief filed by federal prosecutors hinted at a change, one Savannah never saw coming. Rumors had swirled for weeks, but this was the first time she had seen it in writing. The words glared back at her like a threat. Possibility of extended sentencing due to procedural errors in the original appeal. "I can't breathe," she whispered, sinking onto the couch. Her golden retriever, Maverick, jumped up beside her, nudging her arm as if sensing her distress. But even his gentle presence couldn't calm the storm inside her. Savannah had fought so hard to believe the worst was over. Julie's health scare, the prison lockdowns, the family finances, it had all been overwhelming. Yet through it all, she had clung to one unwavering hope, that her father, Todd Chrisley, would be home sooner than expected. The family's appeal had seemed promising. There were whispers of early release programs, good behavior credits, and a shift extended in sentencing policy. She muttered, blinking in disbelief. She reached for her laptop and logged into the family's secure attorney portal. The document was there, plain as day. A motion filed by the prosecution raised concerns that the Chrisley legal team's arguments for appeal may have overstated procedural violations. If the court agreed, not only could the appeal be denied, it could lead to further scrutiny of Todd's original sentence. Savannah's chest tightened as she recalled her father's last phone call from prison. He had sounded hopeful. "Keep fighting, baby girl," he'd said. "We're almost through the tunnel." But what if the tunnel just got longer? What if it collapsed entirely? The Chrisleys had been public punching bags long enough. Their fall from reality TV royalty to inmates had played out across headlines and late-night jokes. But Savannah had refused to become a victim of circumstance. She launched a podcast, a cosmetics line, and even dabbled in politics, all while maintaining the exhausting schedule of a surrogate parent. But today, her armor cracked. She scrolled through her texts, finding one from her brother Chase. "Chase, heard from Dad today. He's nervous. Something's going on. You okay?" Savannah didn't know how to answer. No, she wasn't okay. She hadn't been for a while. But today felt different. Today felt like the ground beneath her was crumbling. She stood and paced the living room, memories of her father flooding her mind. Todd had always been larger than life, charming, commanding, often controversial. But to her, he was just Dad. The man who taught her how to drive, who lectured her on boys, who cried when she won her first pageant. "God," she whispered, eyes brimming with tears, "please don't take more time away from us." The emotional weight pressed down on her. She pulled out her phone again and hit record. "Hey guys," she began, her voice shaking. "I wasn't planning on recording an episode today, but something's come up, something big." She paused, trying to collect herself. "I just found out that my dad's sentence might not only be upheld, it could possibly be extended. I don't even know what to say. We fought so hard. We followed every rule, stayed hopeful, tried to stay strong for the kids. And now we're back at square one." The tears came freely now. "I know a lot of you out there still believe in us. I've read your messages. I've felt your prayers. But I need you to keep them coming more than ever." She ended the recording and sat in silence, the only sound being the faint hum of the air conditioner. Her phone buzzed again. "Nana ni hefai. Baby, I'm bringing over supper. We'll get through this. We always do." Even in her grief, Savannah managed a smile. Nanny Faye, Todd's mother, was the glue still holding them together. Despite her own health issues, she never missed a chance to rally the troops. By sunset, the Chrisley kitchen smelled of fried chicken, biscuits, and peach cobbler. Nanny Faye, with her no-nonsense attitude, held Savannah's hand and looked her square in the eyes. "They can throw all the paper they want at us," she said, "but they ain't got our spirit. Your daddy is a Chrisley. He'll make it through, just like you are." Savannah nodded, wiping her tears. For the first time all day, she believed it. Later that night, she sat on the porch under a sky filled with stars. She looked up and spoke quietly. "Daddy, if you can hear me, I'm still fighting. I won't stop. Not until you're home." The darkness held her words like a sacred promise. And though Todd Chrisley's prison future may be uncertain, one thing was clear. His daughter would never let him face it alone.